I love rain. I love rain in stories so much because every time that I see it, it is a sign that everything in the story is about to change. And here is why. Rain is a symbolization of being washed away, of being washed clean, of things being actually completely washed away, of things being wiped away. Rain is a very powerful metaphor that is used in stories and in storytelling to show your reader that there are big changes that are going to be coming because characters are having things washed off of them. Characters are being washed away, literally, figuratively. Rain is incredible symbolization for what is coming soon. It's a marker for a really strong thing to happen in your story. So, kind of to touch on that a bit more. And how to use it, for your own stories as well, because you can use rain as a way to progress your story and give your reader some credit for figuring things out and exploring different themes on their own. This kind of revolves around the idea of using actions and not words. So obviously, when you use actions to tell your story instead of just telling a reader what to think, then it lets your reader, make different assumptions. It gives them the opportunity to think more about your story, and it makes it more meaningful and just makes the story stronger as a whole. And so using rain, a metaphor like this is like that times 10, because, this is an action that's affecting the entire environment. It's not just affecting it's not one character making a certain decision. It is the entire environment changing and affecting every single character in your story, because every single character goes through the rain whenever the rain comes. So everybody's having an aspect of them washed away or is being washed away in some form or fashion with rain. So if you want to use rain in your own story, you need to understand that metaphorical power that comes behind it. Usually you'll find rain towards the latter half of your story because, writers want to use it as a way to show that, things are going to be massive. Or a lot of times I've seen rain too in some stories at the end of about halfway through Act 2 of certain movies and stories, symbolism of the main character being washed away after they tried to make their push against the hero and then failed, and so now the rain has washed them down. And then I've also seen rain just before Act 3 of a story, and I'm just using a 3-act structure just for simplicity's sake. You obviously don't need to write in a 3-act structure, but just kind of to give you that idea. At the end of Act 2, just before the Act 3 climax and final battle, I've seen rain then that's prepared the main character for that final battle, that final trial that they're going to have. So the symbolism behind rain is really strong, and it gives the reader or the watcher, the viewer, the chance to really, think about a lot of the themes. And you can use rain to make a lot of things happen at once. So that also would give a reader, things to think about, and it can just have such a strong impact on your story whenever you use that metaphor of rain in the right way. You could use rain earlier in your story, if you wanted to symbolize some sort of washing away or cleansing early on, and then maybe you could utilize it again in the future. An idea I just had just now involving rain could be, you could show it in Act 1 and your character being cleansed, and they are cleansed at the start, but then they realize that the thing they thought they were cleansed of, they actually aren't. And so then they're going on a journey to, be cleansed of whatever this thing is. So you can use rain wherever you like to. Rain is a symbolism of things getting washed away. And I personally think I just really appreciate the power that rain can have in stories, and the way it can help carry a story along in such a subtle yet really strong and unique way. There's a type of vibe, for lack of better words, that happens when a rainstorm comes. And depending on the day, too, if a rainstorm comes at night, that means a whole different thing in terms of a rainstorm in the day. So there's a lot of cool opportunities that you can use rain with when it comes to telling your story. So, if you're looking for a writing challenge this week, I'd encourage you, try writing a 2 or 3 page short story that uses rain as a way to, change your character or change characters in your story just before, the end of your story, before the climax, or just after your character tries to triumph over whatever conflict they're facing the first time and then fail. Try using it, try writing it, give it a go. I have used it before in some of the writing that I've done. I've used it in some creative writing, like poetry wise, that I've done as well. Rain is just awesome, and I'm just a sucker for rain in real life as well. I'm thrilled anytime it's raining outside. I was taught to learn how to love the rain by my fiance, because she was the one that loved it first, and then she kind of shared that love with me. The peace that can come from rain is really impactful and awesome, and it's great. It can destroy a character, it can rebuild a character, it can bring peace to a character. Rain is incredibly multifaceted in a story when you use it right, and you can make one action cause dozens of different things to occur. So I just love rain. I know I've been a bit rambly in this episode, but I just love rain. If you want to hear a different video of me not being so rambly, this is actually a part of a 5 video series of the launch of Stories Solved, this channel. So if you click into the channel, you'll actually find 4 other videos related to writing tips, writing stories, that are a lot more structured than this one is and not nearly as rambly. But I figured for the start of this channel, I should tell you about the love that I have for rain as a metaphor. I just adore it. I think it is fantastic. When used right, it can change everything in a story, and I just think it's the best thing ever. So anyway, I actually, let me see if I can find it. I've got a poem, like I said earlier. I've got a spoken word poem that I wrote back in early 2021 about the rain. Here it is. It's called Crafted from the Dirt, spoken word, in parentheses, on YouTube. I won't send you a link. It's privated, but I'll put it here at the end of this video if you care to listen to it. It's kind of a love letter that I wrote to rain, and it talks about how rain can wash us away, life washes us away, and it really explores the idea of Jesus Christ saving us from our sins, and the impact that His rain can have on us. How rain both washes away our bodies and makes mud of our scars, as we were crafted from the dirt, but how it also rain cleanses us and makes us new and makes us clean. So anyway, I'll stop rambling now. If you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and that you found something helpful or useful about using rain as a metaphor in stories. If you like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you catch more writing tips in the future, and check out one of the other videos that have been posted in regards to this channel launch, because I think you'll enjoy them if you enjoyed this video. But anyway, that's all that I have to say. I'll let this poem play for you if you care to listen to it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching.
In the beginning, man was created from the earth. Crafted from the dirt, the Almighty breathed life into us. A life we would take for granted almost as soon as we gained it. Sentenced to live out our now numbered days of life on an earth of pain and sorrow, constantly reminded of our mistakes of old while we make new mistakes every day. We wake up and it rains, and we all watch as we all wash away. In your beginning, you were brought into the earth. Crafted from a night of passion, a being with limitless potential, destined to become the hero of your own storyline. No longer must you be bound to the dirt from which your ancestors came from, for the rain can no longer make mud of your scars. Why do you live as if the rain will make mud of your scars? You act as if your beginning was crafted from the very dirt you stand over today. You behave as if you haven't received freedom from the dirt you tower over. You live in fear of the rain, wondering if you are to be washed away with the rest of the ground. But you've been called to be the rock upon which one can build, never to be washed away by rain nor roaring river. Let yourself be at peace in the rain instead, knowing that you will be cleansed and emerge stronger than before. Every day I wonder if I'll ever be freed from my fear of returning to the ground upon which I stand. Where will I go when I can stand no more? How can I live on in a place which I've only heard about in stories? I dream of being whisked away to a new dimension, one that I quite literally cannot even begin to comprehend. I dream of when I'm freed from the pain and sorrow that plagues this world, and when the plagues of this world lose their power to create pain and sorrow. I dream of the freedom we never deserved to have, yet still we are destined for it. And if this time on the earth of pain and sorrow is necessary to be redeemed, then I shall remain here until I cannot. Stand in the rain, my friend, and do not be afraid. For although your body is destined to return to the dirt from which it came, and although the rain will make mud of your bodily scars, your heart and your soul and your legacy will live on.